Joby V, we are with our Division 2 women here for our seniors podcast, and we are going to dissect this ladder and the road towards finals. Now, this is a top four here where they have a best of three series in round one. So 1v4 and 2v3 have a best of three series, and they do have two more rounds here. So round 17 this week, they have a round 18, and then they get stuck into finals. Now, Gippsland, top of the table, 17-0. They have Wallen this week. They are being hosted. And this is a 1v2. Now, Mark and I were talking about this off camera before. Not off camera, off
Mike.
Gippsland played in a 1v2 battle last weekend, but it was against Blackburn.
Yeah, it's not often you'll go back to back top of the table clash, but Gippsland were able to get it done quite comfortably in the end against Blackburn, so they'll be pretty confident heading into this one. But whenever Kyla Collins is involved, there's always the chance that Wallen are going to win.
Yeah.
She's had some huge games against Gippsland United, and after Sarah Scott had a good weekend for the Panthers, and Dal Mal does her thing, there's an opportunity for a upset, but realistically, we look at it. Gippsland have got top spot absolutely well and truly sewed up, so they'll be hosting the second week of their game 2 and 3 of their grand final series. Not grand final series, final series.
Final series.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. Wallen are currently second place, with 10 wins to go with their 5 losses. Now, they've only played 15 games, so they have 2 double headers to end their season. This weekend they have Gippsland United, as we said just before, and then Surf Coast to then follow up with Collingwood and Blackburn. So not the easiest run home for the Panthers, is it?
No, they've got a really rough last 2 rounds, and we speak about, yes, we've got 4 games in 2 weekends, but we've also taken on 3 of the other top 4 teams. So you could look at it 2 ways. You get primed and ready for finals, or alternatively, you've got a really tough run for finals, and that will sort of make or break their positioning on this ladder. They could literally go down to 4th, or they could hold their position and firm it up in second position there.
Yeah, absolutely. They're currently holding second, so they would be technically hosting the second week of finals as the same as Gippsland. Now, Blackburn sitting third place. They have 2 more games left in their season, 11 wins and 6 losses. They have Coburg on the Saturday night this weekend to then follow up with Wallen the following week on the Sunday. Now, they could possibly go 2-0 for the remainder of the season. That would put them at 13 wins and 6 losses. Is this going to be enough, do we think, to get them with the home court advantage?
Well, it's a pretty important one for them, because wherever those other 3 teams are in the top 4, it's going to be a pretty long drive. So you do want to get your home court advantage, and I think Blackburn can do it. They've sort of been buzzing in the second half of the year, had some really good form. Obviously, facing off against Gippsland is no easy task, and that's their only recent loss. I would back them in to get those 2 games, and I think they might finish in second position, Ted.
Possibly. Now, we don't exactly know current head-to-heads at the moment, so if it does end in ties, we are saying this now prior to the podcast going out, that we haven't done head-to-heads yet. So if it does come to that, we'll be sure to be on that.
Yep.
But there is that possibility. We are unsure of that at the moment. If you do know yourselves, then, well, I mean, good for you, really.
All right, moving on to Surf Coast's run home. Surf Coast, tough ask against Wallen. Surf Coast at the start of the year really strong. Probably have tapered off a little bit, in all honesty. But if they can get Kim Hammond back on the floor, that'll go a long way. And then they finish in round 18. They face RMIT, who, while they battle in every game, RMIT probably haven't had the best season, and you'd probably chalk that one up as a win for Surf Coast.
Yeah.
To get into finals. So that being said, I still think they're probably going to finish in 4th spot.
I agree.
would be based on the results.
1-1 for their last 2 rounds, so they would go to 11-8.
Yeah, and they'd finish fourth, and they'd be wow, that's not a bad drive. Surf Coast and Gippsland going head to head in a 3-game series. So a bit of travel there, Ted.
Very, very interesting. Yes, absolutely. We've got top 4 pretty much locked in there. Just interesting to see where second, third, and fourth teams will land come 2 weeks' time. Keep it locked, Big V. We'll catch you very soon.